Hi, my name is Meenu, and I'd like to share here with you a brief about one of my trainings, VLSI Design Essentials. I usually do this training in a classroom format, and it spans across 3 days. And I have put the same now in an e-learning format, so learn at your pace from wherever you like. A brief snippet into this training. First, why and who should take this training? For a relatively fresh 0 to 3 years VLSI design engineer, one would often be awed or sometimes puzzled as to what exactly are the various stages in chip design followed in the industry. How do the specifications translate into a physical chip? And where would my part of the design flow get its input from, and where would the outputs be used? Where does my part fit into the chip design jigsaw puzzle? A basic sound understanding and a holistic view of the complete VLSI chip design flow is what's required here. Additionally, knowing this helps one in planning one's design career path. Which design aspect should I specialize in? As for an experienced design engineer, questions like how does a design decision made in one part of the flow impact the design in other parts and vice versa? To be an efficient and an effective design engineer, it is essential to have an understanding of the complete design flow. We usually have islands of expertise. People who are doing work on the front end do not have much of an insight of how the work is going to be used in the back end and vice versa. As far as a chip design, a chip program manager, a business development support, or a customer support is concerned, one would need a holistic overview of the design flow. A program manager especially needs to have insights on the impact of decisions made in various phases of the chip development. What are the dependencies and what are the links? So what would you learn, or what are the training outcomes? After going through this training, the participant would have learned different aspects and phases of the complete IC design flow. These would include the basics of the design library, logic simulation and logic synthesis. Going towards the back end, it will be the floor plan, place and route design for manufacturability. And then we move on to the verification and the testability part. After that, we share a few things on the low power design methodologies. Dependencies are the links across various design phases. This in turn would facilitate the participant in comprehending how the decisions made in one phase affects the other, and one would be ready to handle specific and further details of each design phase. And one essential thing which would be done here is that during the course of the training, I would be sharing with you real industry insights as to what actually happens while one is designing a real life chip. A brief snapshot on the facilitator, that's me. I started my career with ST Microelectronics as a design engineer, semi-custom ASIC design engineer. I worked for a few years in Italy. Then I helped to set up ST's design center in India. Working there for another 5 to 6 years, I moved to Singapore, where I took over the semi-custom business for Asia Pac. My expertise spans across the library design, program management of ASIC chips, and technical marketing. Around 14 years back, I set up my own consulting company, VLSI Consultancy, and through that, I offer various techno-commercial services to the industry. Training workshops is one of them. I've conducted these trainings across the region, India, Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and I've also done this training in North and South America. For the last 1 year, I am working also as a program consultant to CERC, part of A-Star, which is Singapore's public R&D entity. And in addition to this, I have also been one of the founding members and the Exco board members of the Singapore Semiconductor Industry Association. In addition to that, I serve as a moderator and as a panelist as well as speaker in various sessions, and I do write articles and blog in various forums. So kickstart your VLSI design career. Register at asic-vlsi.com/Moodle. And if there is any query or clarifications, do feel free to drop me an email. And my email ID is written there, meenu@asic-vlsi.com. Thank you.